Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. I got my co-host Jen over here joining me. How you doing, sweetie? Okay, this video is just a discussion video. Nothing special. Well, I guess it is sort of special. As y'all know, these are my favorite fidgeting folders. These are my favorites. This is my new favorite. Yes, the AD-15 is now one of my favorite fidgeting folders. And that's what we're going to discuss. I've learned a whole lot of new stuff about this knife since I've owned it. And it's gotten me again. It's gotten me again because I can't stop fidgeting with it. And then, you know how it is, you get a little bit overconfident, so this one you got to respect, though. But it is a fun knife to fidget with. What you doing, sweetie? Huh? Want to come say hi to everybody? Want to come say hi to everybody, sweetie? That's my girl. But these are all these others. Okay. You're gonna make her entrance. That's my girl. That's my girl. I know, but you're the karambit master, huh? You got 20 karambits. You're the karambit master. That's right. You got the red sash. The red sash. All right. Well, let me go ahead and do the video, sweetie. You gonna let me do the video? Huh? Can I do the video? You gonna come down? Come on down, kiddo. Come on. Come on. You gonna come down? You not gonna come down? Okay, well, you gotta get down, kiddo. Grandma gonna do this video. All right. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. These are my favorite. These are some. I have other favorites too, but these are my main favorites. These are the ones I like the best for fidgeting. And we'll go through them real quick. Number one, this is my number one favorite right here. Of all of them, this is the champ. This is a champion of fidgeting. What is it? It's an AD-20S model. It's one that I totally customized. The scales, it's been totally polished. Everything, the pocket clip, and it's also got the skiff bearings in it. And it's been totally modified and polished, and nothing's better than this when it comes to fidgeting. This is number one. Number one for me. And I would say number two is the Atlas Lock. That's another really good fidgeting knife, if you like to fidget. It's an awesome knife. That's another one. Number three, I'm going to have to go with my SOG. A SOG Pentagon. But actually, all the SOGs with the XR locks are all fun to fidget with. This is just the one I picked to be in my drawer this year. But I actually love all the SOG XR locks. That's their version of the Atlas lock. They were the first ones to put a flipper with the Atlas lock. With the axis style lock or a crossbar style lock. And this is SOG Pentagon, CTS-XHP, stainless steel. But I think it's we call it the nitride coating, or I can't remember exact nomenclature of it, but I think it's something nitrate, titanium nitrate or something like that. Titanium nitrate. This is a really fun one too. Then after that, I know you think I'm gonna pick these. I'm gonna have to say it's this one. The AD-15. And not just any AD-15. It has to be the AD-15 with the original goat scales on it. Either titanium or aluminum. These are aluminum ones. And this pattern here is called, what do you call it? It's not OG1. It's Shark's Tooth. Shark's Tooth. Shark's Tooth pattern. The other pattern I like a lot is OG1, but this one's the Shark's Tooth. And I have never really, put a lot of time and experience and practice and man hours into fidgeting with one of these before. Because before when I tried it, I thought it was kind of awkward because it didn't have the skiff bearings in it. When you get the original goat kit, it comes with skiff bearings. The skiff bearings totally change the way this knife functions, the ease of use. It makes it a different knife. Because the AD-15 wasn't one of my favorite knives until now. Now it is one of my favorite knives. It's an awesome knife. And when you put the scales on it, it not only makes the knife weigh less than the original model, but it balances it out perfectly. Look at that. So the balance on it is perfect now. So it makes it really easy to manipulate and play with. Or I should say play with, fidget with. But this knife is awesome. And one thing I've learned about this, when you fidget with it, you don't even need to use the thumb studs if you figure out how to use this scorpion lock. No, sweetie, you can't hop up here. Yes, sweetie. Okay. All right. No, I know you're trying to get up here. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get up there anyway, huh? Aren't you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Juju? Come on, get it out of you. Get it out of you. I know you want to hop up on the table. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my sweetie. Mm-hmm. What you up to? What you up to? But this, when you put the original goat, I knew she wanted to get up on the table. When you put the original goat scales on this, with the skiff bearings, and these are linerless scales. They delete the liners. They delete the scales from the original model, and these are solid aluminum scales. And it lowers the weight down to 5.9 ounces, as you see it here. This is the light model, and you can get the light models at Midway U.S.A. right now for $54, or I think it's almost $55, $54 and some change. And then you get these scales. You can get the scales if you don't get like special. Like I got mine with the lanyard hole delete and without the they call it the screw holes on this side for the left side. I only have right side carry screw holes, and you can get it without any screw holes and without any lanyard hole if you don't need any of that. You decide how you want it when you order it. But it makes the knife actually a little bit lighter in weight. It probably makes it stronger. And with the skiff bearings, it functions like a dream. This knife really functions nice now. You gotta get down, sweetie. I want to show everybody how the knife functions. I'm not comfortable doing it with you on the table, kiddo, in case I drop the knife or something. No. But this knife is really easy to use. And you don't have to use the thumb studs if you don't want to. You can use the thumb studs if you want to. But I like to just use I'm getting used to just liking to use the scorpion bar, the lock bar. You just push your finger down into it a little bit, and it releases the blade. And you can push it in. You could do a slight wrist flick upwards and push your finger into it. Got neighbors outside, people. They're having a little party next door. So that's the noise that you hear. Sounds like people getting in their cars, getting ready to go. But anyway, this is a really beautiful knife now, people. I could never operate one of these like that before. And it works great with the thumb stud. Using your thumb, reverse finger flick. Reverse opening and closing. It's just awesome. This knife is awesome now. I highly recommend this one, people. With this modification, that's why I should say I highly recommend the AD-15 modification from Original Goat. And you know, I would say, you know, right now I went on the Original Goat website because I wanted to get another set because I want to do another one now. I want another one of these, but I'm gonna get, you know, like with a different scale pattern and stuff like that. And I thought about modding one of my G10 versions, but I decided not to. I decided I just want to do another 80 Oz 10.8 version, or you know, whatever, because I'm gonna get it for $55 from Midway USA. And then the scales, if you don't get any modifications to the scales are $75 with the skiff bearings and everything. $75. But I don't know, I'll probably still get the same kind of modifications I did on this one. I think it was an extra $10 charge, so it was like $85 to not have the lanyard hole in it. I didn't want I had lanyard hole delete and left side, they call it screw pocket clip holes deleted. Because I don't like having a bunch of extra holes and stuff if I don't have to have it. That makes the knife to me look more custom, like it was meant to be just like this. Now, if you're a left-handed person, you know, then you want your screw holes on this side. You know, no problem with that. You know, you can do that. Or you can get screw holes on both sides like they originally come. With the lanyard hole if you want. Now, I absolutely love this one, people. This is an awesome blade. Awesome blade. And the more I fidget with it, the more I'm getting used to it. And the blade is super sharp. That's why I keep getting cut. Because, you know, if the blade just accidentally touches you, it cuts you. So they're not like super bad cuts, people. They're cuts. I get cut all the time because I fidget with knives and I twirl them and I spin them around and manipulate them and practice different things with them and stuff like that. So I get little nicks and cuts all the time. So it doesn't bother me that much, but I know that some people might bother them, but I've had millions of cuts. Because I always like to practice with live blades. And I don't recommend you do that. Don't practice with live blades. Do not do that. You'll end up like me, getting cut a lot. The one thing about when you do practice with live blades, you learn how not to do stuff real quick. The things that cut you, you stop doing it. This is an awesome knife, people. Oh, and yes, these are my other two favorites. This is my Spydercos. I like both the ball bearing lock Manix 2XL. This is the crew wear. This one's been modified with what they call knife scales. I can't remember if it was knife scales or something like that. But it's a company and I think it's in Tennessee or Kentucky that make these scales. It's American made. These are American made scales. G10, Natural J G10 scales. And then the rest of the knife, I polished it. And then I got the little lanyard hole plug off of Esty. Absolutely love these two. This one's got the titanium, fly titanium ball cage in it. And it's a crew wear blade. This one's the S30V blade. This is my military 2, compression lock military 2, black G10 peel ply scales. Absolutely love this one too. This is one of my favorite work knives now because this one doesn't weigh anything. This as big as this knife is, it doesn't weigh anything. It's probably the lightest one on the table. Let me, matter of fact, let's just not just talk the talk. Let's walk the walk. Let's see if it is the lightest one on the table. I think it is the lightest one on the table. Let me see. Are we on? Okay. This one might be light too. 4.8 ounces. 4.8 ounces for the Pentagon. Let's see what the Engage weighs. 6.5. That's a heavyweight. 6.5. My new favorite. My new favorite. New favorite. Absolutely love this one. I love it with the Oz 10 blade too, people. 5.9 ounces. 5.4 ounces. So they're in order right there. This one, 5.5 ounces. Uh-oh. So this one was 6. This one's 5.9. This one's 5.4. So this one's 5. Yeah, what was this? 5.4. Well, 5.5. This one's 5.4, right? Yeah, 5.4. Okay, and this one was, I forgot, 4.8. Is that right? Yeah, 5.5, 4.8. Now, this has got to be the lightest. It feels the lightest. It doesn't feel like it weighs anything. 4.4, and I'm right. It's not only the longest knife, it's got the most reach out of all of these. It's also the lightest. It doesn't have the thinnest blade stock either. The blade stock, .68 millimeters. 3.68 millimeters. So that's like 3.7 millimeters. They probably call it 3.8. This one, .97, 3 millimeters. This one, 3.13. 3.15. Yep, 3.14. Okay, that's what it is. 3.24. This one's going to be thick. 3.84. And this one's going to be thick. 3.77. 3.64. So that's, these are only ones that are thicker. The two bottom ones, the two heaviest ones. Isn't that something? How Spyderco managed to do that? Give you a knife with all this reach. Nice, big, comfortable handle. This is a Cadillac handle. It's not a compact handle. This is a full-size handle. Feels comfortable. Absolutely love it. This handle feels really good too. And it's just big enough for my hand. And it feels really comfortable though. I absolutely love that one too. And I love the dagger style blade. This handle, as you know, it's like this handle. Well, it's pretty much like, all the Dimco handles are pretty much the same shape for the good knives. This reminds me of the Dimco handle, but I know that these were out before the Dimco AD-20Ss and everything. all the shark lock knives came out. I know this was out first. So the Demco handles are like this handle, like the Spyderco handle. And why do I say that? Look for yourself. They're almost identical. And I absolutely love, oh man, I love my purple haze. I love all these knives, people. These are all my favorites. Favorites for to carrying to work or when I'm not on the motorcycle, if I'm in a car. These are like car knives and work knives. That's these are knives that go to work and I carry all the time if I'm not on a motorcycle. This group of knives right here. They're my favorite ones to use and carry. And this is the newest addition to them. And I've had these ever since they've existed, but I've never really got into carrying them because I thought the way that the lock was and the way the blade moved, it just like didn't work for me. It wasn't fast enough. But this one, it effortlessly flows. You don't have to put any effort into it. But because of that, though, you have to be careful because it can accidentally fall in on one of your fingers or whatever. Like this is another little cut I had. I told you guys about that. I was wearing a Band-Aid on the other day. This is the newest one. I got a couple on this hand. They're sort of like already gone away. But, it's gotten me a few times. It's making me respect it. But all these knives have drawn blood from me. All my favorite knives that you see, they have all drawn blood from me. All of them. It's part of owning a knife. And, being a real knife person, you're going to get cut. You're going to cut yourself. And I'm not talking like about severe cuts where you have to go to the hospital or whatever. I've never had to go to the hospital. Except for the one fishing trip I had where I cut up my hand when the liner lock messed up on me. But I've never had to go to the hospital for anything else, so. But this is a really nice knife. And I like it because I trust this lock. I trust the Scorpion lock. Because I know as long as I'm holding this in my hand, I got a good grip on it. Whether it be forward or reverse grip. This one's a badass. And I love the shape of this drop point blade too. I like the thickness of it. It's a very stout feeling knife. And actually, you put these nice thick scales on it. It takes it to the next level, people. And these scales, as I think I was fixing to say that I went on the website and it says that they're sold out right now. All that means is that, keep checking on the website like on a once a week because once they get done sending out all the orders that they have right now, they'll get set up for another batch of orders. And what you got to do is you got to, when they offer them for sale again, go ahead and make your order, put in your order form, and you're gonna have to wait. You may have to wait 1, 2, maybe 3 months. I waited almost 3 months on these. It was almost 3 months. It wasn't quite 3 months, but it was a long wait. And I kept communicating with them and stuff like that, and they told me when the orders were gonna go out and everything else like that. But it was worth the wait though, because I never even liked the AD-15 that much until now. Now I really like the AD-15. But I don't like the stock AD-15. I like it modified. And I like it modified with the original goat scales with the skiff bearings. And I think it's probably, these scales are really, awesome, but I know it's probably the skiff bearings that are making a big difference in the way that this knife functions. Look at that. It just like floats. The blade just floats, people. There's nothing, because once you lift up this bar, there's nothing restricting the blade. So it's really easy to manipulate, maneuver, and it works really fast. And you just got to get down the timing of it. And once you get down the timing of it, it's pretty awesome. This is a really cool knife. And you know, sometimes the knives are the coolest are the ones that, you know, take a little skill to be able to really master. And this, I would put this knife in that type of category, you know, because it is a very fidgetable knife, but it does take a little bit of skill, a little bit of practice, and you might get cut a couple of times too. But I know a lot of you guys are probably going to dull your edges and stuff so you don't get cut, but I don't like to dull the edges. I like having the original edges on the blades. This is really, I want another one. I'm definitely going to make another one, people. I'm going to get a pattern that I don't have yet, too. I think they have like what they call OG2 or something like that. Maybe I'll try that pattern next. Because I have the pineapple, I have the nuts, I have a couple of the shark's tooth, a couple of the other one, the OG ones. But this is an awesome knife. Highly recommend it, people. I just had to put this out there. I know I'm just rambling on and on and on, but I just want to let you all know that this one is a really cool knife. And it's a real easy mod to do. It's not a hard mod to do. The only part that gave me a little bit of drama was pocket clip screws, because they screw into like a brass piece that I'm pretty sure that they press fit into the aluminum that you screw into, and they start turning if you screw it a little bit too tight. It doesn't take too much. But then you have to hold them and screw it. You know, you have to, you know, sort of figure out a way to do it. But you know, I got mine tight. This is on here really tight. I'm not going to take it off again either, because it doesn't screw into this piece. Because this piece moves. Your lock bar moves, so it can't screw into that. It has to screw into the aluminum, and that's the reason why they put those they're probably heat treated, either bronze or brass or something like that. Absolutely love it, people. And it feels so good in my hand too. One thing though, with because I polished this all out, you may not want to polish it, because one thing I noticed is that with this pocket clip, it doesn't have good retention. Well, you know, because it's closed all the way on the scale and everything like that. But because I think the aluminum's polished, it makes it too smooth, and it comes in and out of your pocket real easy. So on the next one I get, I may not polish the flats, because it might be better to leave that a little bit unpolished, but polish these parts though. These parts. I may not polish the flats again. Absolutely love it, people. I like the AD-15 now. That's all I got to say. It's like, I've had these for, you know, several years now, and I just needed to have this modification to like this knife. And now I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I love the way this functions. It's a nice knife. All right, people. Well, that's about it. That's all. I just want to put that out there really quick. I know that's just a rambling video or whatever, you know. You guys just watch a little bit of as much of it as you want. It's okay. It's cool with me. June and I are going to sign out. What's the day, June? Today is Tuesday the 7th? November 7th? I think it's Tuesday. All right. Peace out, Stiletto.